Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome back to the My Crazy Dad podcast, season 2, episode 2.
What's up, everybody?
Bring it.
It's Crazy Dad and Crazy Uncle Day today. We told you we'd have him on board. Here he is. And he's
What
not
up?
only here, we got us a brand new sponsor.
Holy
Bam!
crap.
Smith Pools.
That's right. I had to pay to get on.
Brother or not, we made him pay.
Okay.
I am officially the number one sponsor of this
Yes.
particular podcast. And
And the first.
when you pay, you play. So we pay.
Yeah, and only.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Bring it.
This is my brother, Pat.
That you guys hear in the
If he
stories a lot.
disappears every now and then, it's because he's still a tiny guy and I might
Oh.
lean forward.
I am.
See, there you go.
Where am I? I can't see me.
The green screen's moving
Oh,
everywhere.
my God.
Okay, so, yeah, you're the CEO? Or are you, like, the co-owner? I don't know what your title is.
I own a pool company, and I have a partner who is not a part of this right now and does not know we're official sponsors, so this may be coming out of my own personal pocket.
He might
But
have
I
some
just-
internal shit
I mean,
going on
I'm just
later.
a pool dude down in Florida, making a living.
So yeah, if you're in the Zephyr Hills, Brooksville area, give Smith Pools a call. They do a hell of a job.
Yeah, we keep the, I think our official slogan is, we keep the
Ooh,
ooh
in your pool.
In your
and the
pool.
ah in the spa.
and the ah in your spa.
Ah, baby.
Keeping them blue, Smith Pools. And that's it. God bless.
And they will do a green to blue for you too.
Yeah, a lot of green to blues. And on occasion, a blue to green. If it's a bad tech, I apologize for that.
But
I
they
will-
will fix it.
I will tell you, that's the deal. We'll fix it. My guys are good, though. All right.
Best in the counties.
You know,
Yeah,
we are probably the largest pool company in East Pasco County. No doubt about that.
Yes.
I don't know about
Yes,
all Pasco
indeed.
County.
Are you
So we're like
only-
a really small fish in a fairly small sea.
Are you only in East Pasco?
Well, no, we do Pasco, Hillsboro, Polk, but I mean, as far as just a central geography associated with that,
Yeah.
well, like I said, a fairly small fish in a moderately small pond.
Mm.
But what I like to say is, pay our people, pay our bills, and on occasion we get paid ourselves. So it must be a
Yes.
successful company.
And
And they
Pay
pay
for
for sponsors
sponsorships.
every now and then.
Exactly. There you go. So it's all good.
oh yeah, I guess we can talk about what happened with the TV if you want. Because that was a whole hassle.
Oh, you know, it's just sad. You know, Austin and I were sitting there watching a movie last night.
Whiplash.
Whiplash. I wasn't keen on either
Great
of the
freaking
actors.
movie. Whiplash? Dude,
This is why I've been waiting to put him on. I can't get
That
a
is
freaking
a
word in
freaking-
edgewise.
that's the one with the drummer, right?
Yes.
Oh my God, what a freaking amazing movie.
Shut up.
Did you
The
not get through
TV
it?
died halfway
Oh my
through it.
god, you guys are in
Oh.
the red.
Well, what do you expect? We've
Taters,
been
I'm telling you,
had
that
a
is
couple
a freaking...
whiskey shots.
I know,
I'm
I
not even going
watched
to tell you
it.
how it ends, but it is
No, I've watched
The
it. He
best.
hasn't.
Anyways,
the best ending.
the TV died.
Ever.
The TV died. You know,
Whiplash.
and it didn't really die because you could still hear the volume. The screen just went kind of blackish.
It was
And
not
so-
black. It dimmed down. I'm trying to tell the guy on
Listen,
the phone that, and he's like, "It turned black." I'm like, "No, it dimmed."
The kid's 18, doesn't know a friggin' thing about TVs. The screen went black.
No, it didn't. It was dim.
So we're Googling because, like I said, you could still hear the volume. What do you do? What do you do? We went through everything. Pissed off. 11:30. I'm like, screw this. I'm just gonna keep the TV unplugged all night. Maybe in the morning it'll start.
no,
It didn't. So then I get on Walmart, hashtag not sponsored,
That's not sponsored.
with my Affirm credit, hashtag not sponsored,
I'm a sponsor, I know.
only sponsor. And so I order a TV, nice 65-inch Samsung. I'm waiting to hear that it's okay to go pick it up because they had like 6 or 7 left in stock. And I get a message saying they're out of stock and they canceled my order. And so which is cool. We went to Walmart and ended up finding a 65-inch Samsung curved. Like me, I got curves, baby.
I'm a big fan of the curve.
Not this curve.
Well, I mean,
His wife's curves.
she.
We'll throw that in there.
She's off camera right now, and she's.
She is in the room giggling. But so we went to Samsung, my sponsor, because I couldn't figure out my Affirm thing. Paid for it, and I got to pay him back. So the money that he fronted up for a sponsorship, I gave back as a first installment for the TV payments.
Right there.
Bam.
Boom. Sponsorship. I guess, you know.
I don't know.
Give what you get what you give.
Honestly,
Exactly.
okay.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Stop talking real
Well, I
quick.
just wanted to say back if I was 18 and he had the money, he'd have said F you to getting me a
That
TV.
is- You know, we weren't really good friends when we were younger.
No, we weren't.
the
We weren't.
podcast.
I mean, back in season 1, that whole deal with the beam that fell on him accidentally, that shit wasn't accidental. I was trying to kill him. I was trying, literally, I lined that thing up. He said it was luck. That wasn't luck. I literally
bullshit.
lined
He
that up,
lined it
and
up.
I tried to kill him.
Because I guarantee you
And-
were praying all the way down. Please hit him.
Oh.
Please hit him. Please
He
hit
didn't-
him.
he didn't even tell
Line
the-
shit up my ass.
He didn't even tell the story of when I pushed him. I told him back in Watkins Glen. I told him there was something in the dryer, and he got he's looking. I go, it's in there farther. Next thing you know, he's in there. I pushed him in the dryer. I slammed that door shut, and I hit it on spin cycle because I was trying to kill him.
And you wonder why I didn't say it.
And literally, he went several cycles before somebody heard him screaming. And I got my butt whooped, but it didn't matter because I was
Nothing
literally...
worse than a fat kid spin cycling in a
Oh,
dryer.
can you imagine?
Talk about the noise shoes make.
What did it do to the belts inside that dryer? That
they're
dryer is
probably-
like expectancy.
Squealing
Ow.
like pigs.
You know that was a warranty issue.
Just like
But
my
at-
TV.
I will tell you, at the end of the day, that was not a mistake.
There's no way in hell you can tell me you
He thinks
actually
I got
aimed
lucky.
that
I didn't
out.
get lucky, dude. I freaking tried to kill your ass.
You know what? Anytime you got close to killing me, I'm going to give it to luck every time.
Well, it may be a hard head, too. So,
Hey,
where were we?
Hey, feel that knot, man.
Stop,
Look, that
dude.
knot's
I
still
know.
there.
Dude, that was me. I like that.
Okay, so
Okay.
we argued about this. Is where
Rein us in, bub. Rein us in.
is USF South Florida or is it Central?
Oh, I think it's Central Florida.
Because I think it's South. Like there's North and South.
No, because
Miami's south.
man.
That is the most south you can go, other than Key West.
No,
Yes,
I think
that's
like,
south of the state. If you look at the map of Florida, dude, you got Tallahassee and Jacksonville. That's
Hey,
north.
you know what? We have North America and South America.
Yeah,
because
South America
north-
is south of North America.
Yes, so South, right? You look at that middle point where UCF is in the central parts of Florida. We're below that. So it's South Florida, North
You know,
Florida.
it's not very often you get us two to agree on something and we actually agree on it. So shut up, we're right.
It's
You know,
2v2.
I've
so.
never been asked that question before.
But if you
not-
look at the
But
map of
thing
the
is,
state of
Florida's
Florida,
here, right?
Orlando,
Florida's here. And then Orlando's here, and Florida's a long state. So when like University of South Florida, I would expect you to be south. And I
It
think
is
we're kinda
south.
central, and I think Central Florida
Okay,
is a little
if-
bit more northern.
kind of got a
So
butt
I
plug
think
shape to it.
UCF
If
should be like
UCF
UNCF, University of Northern Central Florida, and then we should be like University of Central Florida.
There's
But
a
at the end
central,
of the
northern,
day, I don't-
central
Hold on.
Florida.
I don't think there was a whole lot of game planning when they came out with this, to
But-
be quite honest with you.
As
So,
Florida, they don't game plan at
you
all,
know, they're
man.
just- but at the end of the day, we know where they are, we know what they're called. But
But what I'm saying is, like, you have West Virginia, right? In Virginia.
well, that's because
It's to the west.
Is like to the west of Virginia.
So if you head up north into Florida, like you're going to the north, and then that
Yeah.
central line, if you're below it, is south.
But if you
So
leave,
imagine if UCF wasn't a thing, or Central
if you
Florida.
leave
well,
Miami,
UCF wasn't a thing until about 7 years ago.
if you leave Miami
Nothing against the UCF folks out there. I don't know if I didn't offend anybody.
If
but
you leave
nobody
Miami,
heard of UCF until like 7 years ago. Until
you hit
Jordan's
Central
kid came
Florida
there.
first, right?
That's when you heard of UCF when Jordan's kid came there.
Who?
Michael Jordan's son played basketball at
Why the
UCF.
hell would he play at UCF?
Exactly. He couldn't go anywhere else. I don't know. But
All right, we gotta get to the first story.
Knights.
No wonder you're thinking this shit's
gotta-
gonna last an hour.
No, that's
You're
when you heard
doing
of
the same
Knights. That's
thing.
when you heard of the Knights. Nobody heard of the freaking Knights.
And
I didn't even
their
know there
football
was a
team went
University of
undefeated
Central
in the
Florida.
normal
I know
season.
kids
And so-
that went to UCF and one still is. So that
I understand, but nobody in the state even knew there was a freaking UCF until 7-8 years ago. And then Jordan's kid came. All of a sudden, they got a little play on the state. Then they started recruiting. They had a good football team. I get it. I'm
Okay,
all with
what's your first story? We're moving on. This rant has gone
Just
15
saying.
minutes.
Holy shit, man.
I might have an opinion or two.
No kidding. You always have.
Smith
Being a
Pools.
sponsor, he can have opinions.
Okay,
That's
continue.
shiny. That's
What's your
shiny.
first story? Lock it in. What's
We're
your
gonna
first
talk
story?
about the Saint Bernard.
That's a good story.
That is a good story.
I'll let you start.
No, you go ahead. I always talk. I'm gonna just kick back so everybody can
Shiny.
see you. Our new sponsor, our only sponsor.
So we lived up on this top of a hill. It was Whitney Hill Road, and literally
In Holland.
Holland, New York, Whitney Hill Road.
season 2,
And
we're
this
still in
particular
Holland.
house, I mean, candidly, I went back there, I want to say 8 to 10 years ago, and it is this old, beautiful, wooden style house that if somebody actually put time into it, would be fantastic. And it literally sits on the top of
Yeah.
Whitney Hill Road where we used to stay.
The
And,
crest.
and you could see all the way down into the valley on one side, and you could see all the way down into the valley on the other side.
through the valley of the shadow of doubt.
Well, I didn't have any doubt, but either way. So we're sitting on this big hill, and on one side was Java or Java. I don't know how
Dad,
to pronounce
oh my
it,
God.
right? Java or Java. And on the other side of the hill was going back
Java.
towards Holland.
Like coffee.
And Java was by Strikersville and all that stuff down into the valley, right?
Yes.
And so we would sometimes take our bikes down into Java, and if you went all the way down into Java, all the way at the T off of, it was Whitney Hill Road, if I
Whitney Hill
recall
Road.
correctly, there was a little Circle K.
And
Or
I'm
some,
talk-
well, we didn't call them Circle Ks
I'm
back
talking
then.
an incline that big trucks would have to Jake brake down
Yeah.
to be able to stay in
And,
control.
and anybody who knows that area knows what I'm talking about. Coming down, boom, and to the left, if I remember correctly, there was like a little.
Convenience store
Convenience
thing,
store or whatever
like
we called it
sandwich
back then.
place.
And for us, it was probably a 2.5 to 3 mile bike ride,
Maybe a little
but
farther.
mostly downhill.
Yes.
When's the
all
Saint
down there.
Bernard coming into play?
Close.
So-
It was halfway there.
So I'm just setting the stage, dog.
Okay.
It said tell a story and tell a story. So the
We
so,
gotta get people there,
so either
man.
way, we would set out early in the morning, and we would go down into Java, and we would go down to the Circle K if we had a little bit of money,
Hashtag
that-
not sponsored.
and we weren't stealing at that time from anybody around us that I recall.
No, we're just vandalizing campers.
Vandalizing campers. But we get a little bit of money, scratch money, and we go down, and then we would come back. Well, there was this big ass Saint Bernard. The literally when you went into Java off of Whitney Hill Road, there was this road. The road came down, and it literally eclipsed on the top of the hill, and it just went straight down. And in the middle of this freaking road was a big ass Saint Bernard.
Well, he came out of the
And so-
out of the driveway yard.
And
our
he would
asses.
come and chase your ass. And so every time we took this trip, we had to get past this freaking badass Saint Bernard.
I mean, we'd have to psych ourselves up to even go at this Saint Bernard. That's how scared. It was like Cujo shit.
We would get busting our ass on our bikes, going down this hill. And this one time, this freaking Saint Bernard,
Just missed me.
he knew we were coming.
See, I was heavier,
That-
so I got more gravitational pull, so I
He
went a little
literally-
quicker.
It was the centrifugal force of the earth pulling him down with the gravitational pull, and he literally is leaving me. Even though he has more wind blockage, which I never understood. Because he is literally knocking down big wind.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he could have been
Big
drafting
win.
me like a freaking NASCAR
But
car
me,
and
I'm
been
out there
fine.
on the edge, leaving him.
You know what it was? He was scared at how fast I was going. He didn't want to draft that shit.
And so we are hauling ass down this hill, literally trying to get past this dog. And this dog just comes out of the driveway, literally just straight ass in front of me. And I'm like, "Ah!" And I hit that
T-boned
dog
him.
straight in the side. Boom. And I literally go over. Boom. In the air. And Sean, he doesn't know whether to stop or leave me. But to his credit,
I locked brakes up.
And that dog,
Just about shredded my friggin' tire from locking him up so hard.
that dog was so pissed that I ran into him. He is now trying to eat my ass.
Yeah, the
And
dog
we're
survived.
trying- and he comes back up, and I'm trying to keep my bike between me and the dog. And the dog is literally trying to kill me. And finally, the owner came out.
Yeah.
But now the owner's pissed because I ran into his dog.
And I'm screaming, keep the damn thing on a leash and you wouldn't have to worry about it, old man.
So finally, everything gets under control. And my tire had a little bit of a bend in it.
Gee, I wonder.
And we tried to straighten the tire out. Two freaking like 7 and 8 years old, and maybe 8 and 9. I don't even know what the hell we were back then. We're trying to, so we literally get all the way down
Juveniles.
into Jada. And we go to the freaking, we get to the Circle K, we get our soda or whatever the hell it is we're getting. And now we have to come back.
Now, meanwhile, this dude's knees and everything are all shredded up. And I thought it was pretty funny. But then we're talking about heading back, and on the other side of the road was this big old field. And so we decided,
We
because
didn't
I
want to
mean,
go past the dog.
the hill was so steep we couldn't ride our bikes
And
up
my
anyway.
bike wasn't any good.
And we always walked back up the hill when we could. We just, hopefully the Bernard wasn't out there. And so we're out almost in the freaking woods.
We literally are an acre away, going through this freaking mud field,
Dodging cow shit piles and stuff.
dragging our bikes, and I literally had 10 to 15 pounds of mud on my freaking boots, walking through this field, dragging a bike that's now covered. Oh, the dragging this bike through, and it was a miserably wonderful day because we literally, I think it took us 2.5 hours to get back through that field so we could get around that damn St. Bernard and get back up and then be able to drive our bikes. And then my recollection, oh, don't touch that. I've seen what happened when you touch that. That was episode 1.
That was last
season 2,
episode.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think so. I'm watching, and so
What is the point of that?
it's special.
I just wanted to make you think I was trying to deep throat your shit again. Your mic. His
And moving
microphone.
forward.
Okay.
But we got around this damn field. We finally got back out on the road. We couldn't even drive our bikes.
'Cause of
There
all
was
the
so
mud.
much freaking mud
Yeah.
on them. We had dragged these bikes through the fields around this damn St. Bernard, and I don't think we ever went back down that road ever again on our bikes. I don't remember ever doing it.
No. But I
Because
can.
by that time we went uptown, up the Vermont Hill Road.
To this day, I can still say that was one of the funniest damn things I'd ever seen Pat endure.
I literally, oh my god, why? I
Because
didn't-
I'm like looking
we,
back.
We
'cause
had
I
to be
saw him
doing 30
coming.
to 40 miles an
Oh, yeah.
hour down that road.
I'm like, he's coming! He's coming!
that damn dog came, and I was like, boom, everything, and that dog, he laid down on the ground.
He
And
did.
he looks up at me and goes, "MFer, coming to kill you."
He went straight Cujo then.
He literally did, and I was keeping him off of my bike.
And I'm screaming,
Sean's
run, Pat, run!
coming back up the hill, but not too close. Not too close.
Well, I'm sorry. As much as I hated you then, I still loved you a little
Yeah.
bit, but not enough to save you from some crazy-ass, big-ass dog.
I'm reflecting back to season 1, Watkins Glen, when the bees were getting your ass. Do you remember I was there?
You heard the story. I've told you since I.
You guys were down in the. They were down in the swamp, and I was on the edge of the swamp, and it wasn't a mistake. Those dudes knew that there was a freaking beehive down there, and they thought they were far enough away, and they started throwing rocks at it. And I, being younger and apparently wiser, said,
Is this
so
with
I started
T-Bone?
walking away.
It was
I
with
started
Freddie.
walking away. And this is down by the old high school, right? Down by the back edge of the old high school. And I got out of there a little bit.
Turns
and
out
they freaking hit somebody. I don't know if it was T-Bone or if it was him.
I think it
but
was
somebody hit that freaking beehive right in the center. And I am telling you, it was a cloud of just freaking anger came up out of there. And I ran.
He's the one that actually got Mom.
I ran, and those bees were on my ass. But I ran. I got up behind the edge of the school, and I'm looking out, and I see these two coming out of the swamp, and the bees are just on their ass. It was like a gray black
vagina
cloud on them. And I run, and then that's when I ran. I ran back to the T-Bones, and I was the person who told them that you guys were getting ate up by bees. And something had happened. Miss T-Bone was pissed at us because of her kid getting her.
Because I'd caught Freddie in between the.
And she thought I was lying or something, you know. And then you all came in dragging ass with bees all over yourself. And nobody wanted to be around them because the bees were still following them. The bees followed them all the way up to their house.
Yeah, and it was half
People
a mile.
in the house were getting freaking stung.
It's like half a mile from the school.
How did you open your eyes?
They stayed open.
Dude, they literally had bees in their mouths. That is not a lie.
In our ears.
Bees in their
wrapped
mouths.
up in our hair.
He had freaking bees in his mouth.
Up in my nose. I mean, it was horrible.
It was terrible. I was like, what an idiot.
Evidently, Mom told him she didn't
How
know
could
if
I
we were
be
going
the
to
younger
survive
kid?
the night.
How could I be the younger kid? And I'm going, I ain't doing that shit. Nah. I'm walking away.
It's because you didn't give me the time to talk you into it.
Oh, no, that is true. That is true. You got more silver tongued as we got older.
So, was this St. Bernard like the size of the Sandlot St. Bernard?
Oh, yeah, he was full
a
grown.
big St. Bernard.
I mean, he was heavy. He was bigger than what Winston is now.
Yeah, we weren't on like little 20-inch bikes. We had like back then we had.
Like
remember
10
they got us
speeds,
the bigger
weren't they?
bikes. Yeah, bigger bikes like a 10-speed.
Yeah, they were like
I had
24,
trouble riding mine
26
when I
inch
first
rims.
got it, and so these were bigger bikes.
He still does them short legs.
Yeah, fuck. Sorry.
Oh my god.
Hashtag not able to say that word.
No,
If anybody at church is seeing this, apologize.
Apologize.
Okay, so everyone's wound back in.
Yeah, so either way, Java, we did get whatever it was we were going to get. We got it. And
yeah.
then we had to drag back through the mud.
Well, that's like actually real quick. That was like
Strikersville, not Springville. I said Springville earlier.
Springville's where we used to go skiing.
It was Strikersville. My apologies, and for those watching up north, Strikersville.
That was like
Java,
when we lived in
Strikersville,
Maine and we tried walking back through that thing and cutting through that field.
Oh, let's not even bring that. That's farther down the road, man.
I know, just that was a lot of mud and trying to climb over the
Me
fence.
and my scooter, my 4-wheel scooter.
That was awful. And then you and I, one time, we're out fishing. Or no, we were looking for sea glass out. It was somewhere in Portland, like Maine. And I'm like, you could only get back out where you came in if the tide was low, and the tide was coming in, so we couldn't get back over there. He's like, we're gonna have to climb the fence. I'm like, what about you? You can't use your left arm. And so I get over the fence and I'm watching him struggle, but he finally got over it. I'm like, dude, why did we do that? You were about to like get us killed.
You know, the more I reflect on these podcasts, I think I was actually more stupid than anything else.
Well, you know, I think poor planning.
Yes,
it
I
was poor
never
planning.
good at planning things.
You're still bad at planning
If you're gonna
things.
go to Tide, if you're gonna go check for sea glass,
I
which
did say I never
done.
was good. You didn't have to
I pointed
iterate
off
that I'm
camera
still
because
not.
my wife Jeanette, the beautiful and lovely Jeanette Madigan,
My
is over
sister-in-law.
there. And she keeps telling me to be quiet, shh, too loud. But we went and looked for sea glass,
Yeah.
and I would
When
just
you were up
suggest in the future, if we're ever up there, check the tides. That's all I'm saying.
It's best to sea glass at low tide.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I think it was like a last second thing though.
Yeah, I mean,
Because you guys were in this cool little place where you could walk down into that one area off of your grandpa's house, right?
no, we were down by the B&M factory, the bean
No,
factory.
I understood that was the best place, but you also had that space where you could walk down.
Yeah, we had to drive kind of around and go to the old port, but then once you got there, you could just walk down to the beach near Mercy.
Yes, one place we used to go is by Mercy. They're on the Outer Congress Loop. But we also, one of my favorite places was just across the bay from B&M Baked Beans.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's this story? The second story. I hate beans. What's the second story?
Beans are awesome, dude.
No,
What are you talking about?
tastes like you're biting into like
you understand
Play-Doh
how
or
many
something.
people live on beans?
a lot of people,
A lot
but
of
I'm not
people.
one of them.
You should be.
If things get tough,
You'd be more
the economy goes
appreciative
through
of the
the
beans.
top.
Hey, I'm fine
the
with
dollar
eating
gets
them.
devalued, you're gonna like beans eventually.
Hey, you know what?
Let me
I
just
actually
say, I
tried
made
them.
some cheesy corn dip last night with beans in it, and he goes, "Dad, you want my beans?" I looked over, he'd eaten around all the beans.
Hey, you know
He
what?
wanted to go get more, so I had to scrape them off in my bowl.
You know what though? I did try beans on it a couple times. I looked at him. I was like, I don't normally do this because I hate beans, but I wonder what it tastes like. And it was just like biting
Thank
into
God you
Play-Doh,
don't
but
eat beans, man. Can imagine what your flatulence would be like if you did.
I don't mind. I will tell you, I don't like the lima bean. The lima
Oh.
bean. Never been a big fan
No.
of that one.
Mom loved lima beans
I don't get it.
and chicken livers.
Never did understand any of that.
You know what else is gross? Chickpeas
Well,
and
I would
hominy.
agree with that. They're-
White hominy's really gross too.
yeah, they seem to have a dry thing to them.
Yes.
does hummus have chickpeas?
Yes.
Now,
Then
hummus,
I like
though,
chickpeas.
hummus when it's all like with stuff in it, not bad.
I like this. It's red pepper, I think,
Roasted red pepper
Yeah,
hummus.
but like if you flavor
but
that
it's just
stuff
on the
up,
inside.
put
But I
some
like the
oil
stuff
in
on
it,
the outside.
you know, we tried to make it from the at home at the house, and
I
it's,
stay away from all hummus products and avocados.
No, I mean, either way.
I've even tried
Okay,
avocado.
moving forward. Second story.
Oh, now you're rushing us.
I guess not.
Hey, don't be rushing me. I'm
Shag a
Irish.
dang dang.
All right, what is the
Should we
second
do the
story?
chickens with the eggs.
Maybe not. Your call.
Well, I think.
I
this
mean,
one-
you already teased it.
Go ahead, man.
Teased it.
Go ahead.
Dude, it's your story. You brought it up.
Yeah, but you're the one that remembered it.
Oh,
I didn't.
well, either way, when we were on Whitney Hill Road.
How long
at
did
the-
we live on Whitney?
Not long, maybe less than
I thought
a year.
you lived on
Less
Vermont
than a
Hill
year.
Road.
Well,
And we
when
did so
first
much
moved,
damage on
Vermont
that hill.
Hill was where the farmhouse was, the
Yeah.
modular.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, you're still in the
Whitney
trailer
Hill was
thing, right?
kind of here.
Now we're in the house. I
Vermont
had
Hill
two
was here,
apartments.
and then Holland was down in the valley.
Let me just say, the house on Whitney Road, I did have a crush on the gal upstairs, that blonde head.
Frost was the last name.
What was her name? Becky?
Becky Frost. Sorry, Becky.
Yeah.
But you were
if you're
cute.
not dead, I'm sorry I used your name, but
You
you,
know
were
what?
cute.
But she was a sweet girl.
Yeah.
Actually,
Her mom.
the Tulip Festival, like 3 or 4 years later after her mom had passed, certain kinds of cancer were you know,
Horrible.
the treatments protocols that we have now, people just didn't. They passed away back then. So, okay, great story. So where were
Yeah.
we going?
Oh, on a good note, I am losing weight. My ring doesn't want to stay on good.
Thank you for that segue.
Right? Oh my
anyway,
god.
chickens.
Talking about the
Chicken.
chickens.
No, the chicken thing. It was a real simple story, but can you imagine this landlord who brought in my mom and dad with these 3 kids, normal people, right?
They had no idea.
So we freaking 100% destroyed that dude's travel trailer because
I don't think he probably rented out to people with kids anymore.
he was a significant douchebag, and 100% made our mom cry, and that was a problem.
Yes.
And then
Nobody
we,
made
of course,
Mom cry.
in the same place, we were trying to ride the freaking heifers, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they also had chickens. and
A bunch
the
of
chickens, the beauty of the chickens is they had hundreds of chickens in this like little, not little, a big hen house. And I don't know how we figured out how to get in there. I'm sure you had something to do with it.
Me?
But we figured out how to get into this hen house. And so then we get in the hen house and we're with all these chickens. So what do? You chase the chickens.
Trying to catch them.
Trying to catch them, have fun.
We were catching chickens long before Rocky was trying.
Well, we found out that chickens, when they get agitated, they will lay eggs.
Yep, they poop them eggs out.
And maybe not eggs that they want to lay, but maybe eggs that they're agitated and they have to lay. So we would get the chickens going crazy, and they would be laying like these soft eggs, and the eggs would fall apart. The hard eggs, soft eggs,
Big old jumbo
not
bitches.
even eggs, and we just thought that was the best thing until apparently somebody figured out that we had been in the
hen
chicken house, and I believe we got whooped for that one too.
We got
But
whooped a lot.
We had a good time. We had a good time for 2 or 3 weeks, I think, until
Yeah.
apparently nobody was getting good eggs, and then they saw all the bad eggs.
Yeah, evidently they were selling them and
Doing something with them, trying to make a living.
Do hens just pop eggs like
When you chase
year
them, they
round?
do.
No, year rounds.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Well,
eggs, that's what
what
they
happens? What happens is when they lay the
Why do you think
eggs,
you
they
have an
start
omelet?
out.
do. Have an omelet?
They start out small, and the more they lay eggs, the wider the egg hole gets. So the bigger
Is
the
that
egg hole.
appropriate to say? Egg hole.
Egg holes. It is now. But once you
Tiered
get,
egg hole.
once you get to the jumbo egg, they do something with their feed, I believe, and it stops them from making eggs. And then
Is this scientific, or are you making this up?
no, the egg hole tightens back up, and they start over again with small eggs. And as they lay more eggs, it stretches back out to jumbo.
Oh,
I swear.
that sounds to me like something that happens in Beverly Hills. With the egg hole
No,
getting
that's when
shorter
you're
and
shooting
bigger
it
and
up from
shorter.
the ground came a bubbling crude.
I'm just saying, that sounds like a plastic surgeon thing or something.
Look it up, son.
I'm not looking that up.
That's it, man.
No,
did
we
our
had
two.
one more.
No, we usually
always
do
do two.
too.
No, we had one more. That the other story wasn't supposed to be the story.
What?
Well, I decided at the time that we can
No,
wait
we're
on
gonna
you
tell the story
freaking.
how I died.
You didn't die.
Almost died.
Is it the same one that you already
Same
told?
thing, Whitney
No.
Hill Road. You told me I could tell the story.
Okay, tell
Which
the
one is
freaking
this?
story. Holy shit!
Is this one that I've heard?
No, I didn't
See what
heard it.
sponsors get away with?
How many times have you almost died?
A lot.
They're,
Well, first
it's
of all,
amazing, and either of us are
It's
still
the God's
alive.
truth. I was born dead. That's the God's
He
honest
was.
truth. The I was born a blue baby. They
Come on,
called
you're gonna
in the
make me
doctor.
say the 3 words no man wants to say to a woman.
what is that?
Spit it out.
I like that. So
Oh my god.
no, I was born dead, blue baby. They brought me back to life, and for the first 3 years of my life, I had to go back to the hospital, get tested, make sure that there was nothing wrong upstairs.
The nurse walked by. Mom was out in the hallway having him. She said couldn't have him yet and shoved him back up in her.
And then put her on medication,
Yeah.
which is what they did back then.
Yep.
But either
True
way,
story.
I'm
No
Whitney,
way.
Yeah.
I'm Whitney Hill
absolutely.
Road. Whitney Hill Road.
They pushed him back
Yep.
in.
Said you
yeah,
cannot have
they
him
would
yet.
put a towel down and then compress the thighs and keep the baby in until.
Why?
Back then a
And
physician
it was
had
barbaric back
no, a
then.
physician had to be present for the baby to be
It was
born, and the
barbaric
physician
back
was
then.
running late from what I
I mean,
understand.
that's worse than Winnie the Pooh telling me on his day off he was going to be there.
That was a sad story, and I would have to agree it's maybe a little bit worse. But
You're-
that Winnie Pooh story, I teared up on that one.
Some bitch came in.
But either way, they also gave the ladies medication to slow down labor and that would also impact the child. And so between
You getting shoved back
repressing
in.
the labor and then giving medication, it actually stopped my heart. So when the doctor got there, my heart had stopped. I was a blue baby. And then they had to resuscitate me, but they didn't know how long I had been without oxygen. And so for
enough.
For 3 years, well, my mom told me I had to go back and get testing, and apparently I've reached some level of normalcy. People question it still today.
As normal as someone with our last name
But
can be.
either way, back on Whitney Hill Road, I was like 8 or 9 because that's when we were there. There were some people on the backside of the house that were digging a hole, doing something with some of the plumbing, and they had a large machinery there. And I went out to watch them, and I was eating a piece of cube steak.
Ugh.
And cube steak is a little bit tough. I remember it was cube steak because
Like beef jerky?
God bless Mom made the best cube steak ever, didn't she?
That's all we ever got from the farm was cube
Just
steak.
run it through
Everybody
that
else
thing?
got the tender choices
Oh, we got the damn cube steak.
and liver.
So either way, I'm eating some of this cube steak, chewing it.
And she didn't cook
Look-
it country fried steak ways.
No, it was not really tender.
No, she
So
put
I'm-
it in some gravy, right?
No, I think Mom was trying to kill me now that I think about it.
Probably.
But
Either her or Dad. Bill.
I'm sitting out there watching
Marge,
these guys
come on.
dig a hole. They're digging a hole.
Maybe for
and-
you.
Oh my
No,
god.
they're digging
Let
the
him
hole.
tell the
No,
story.
they're-
For the plumbing.
Well, and all of a sudden I go to take a bite and it lodges straight in my throat.
Why are you
And-
looking at me?
And I can't breathe, man. I mean, I can't breathe. I literally am like... And so I'm trying to get the attention of the guys that are down, in the hole. And they're making noise. They don't see me. So maybe 10 or 15 seconds, I'm trying to get their attention. And I realize this isn't working.
Either
And
that
I'm
or
on the
they
back
hated
side of the
mimes.
house. I'm on the back side of the house. And I realize Mom's in the house. So I start running from the back side of the house, around the front, past the porch area, around the porch, and then up to the side door, which went into the kitchen area.
Yep.
And as I'm getting to the kitchen area, boom, freaking the shutters came down. Boom, just like that.
Lights turned off.
It was literally just like shutters coming down. Boom. And I blacked out.
Like
and
me
when,
under the
and when I hit
waterfalls.
the ground, it hit my ribs, and that steak popped out. And I literally, and I'm awake, and I go in, and I'm telling Mom, I was choking, and I'm
Where
crying,
the hell
scared.
were you, Mom?
And she's like, "You're okay now?" And I'm like, I almost died. And I am like going crazy. And she's like, she doesn't even know. But literally, I would have died that day had that stuff not popped out of my lungs. I literally,
You know how lucky you are?
literally passed out. And I still remember I was running sideways because I was passed out. And I was trying to get to the front. And I must have either hit maybe the front of the porch or the side porch, whatever it was, or right there. And when I hit it on the side, boom, it popped out.
Well, thank God.
Yeah, so I couldn't have told that story had I not have lived through it today or yesterday or back then. It was a good story, though. And my mom was not really sympathetic. I never really thought that she understood.
Well, when,
the
you
incredible-
know,
probably
when
was
one
trying
of
to kill you
when
with that
one
cube
of us
steak.
walked up to her and said we almost died, she's probably like, "What the hell's
Well, you
new?"
remember when died on that freaking orange?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Are we not allowed to say his name?
Oh, that's right. You did say his name,
I
didn't you?
apologize. But either way, our oldest brother, he in the same freaking house, he almost freaking choked to death on an orange. He was turning blue and shit, remember? And mom
I
had to
remember
get
I
down.
was screaming, "Leave him be!"
Mom had
Leave
to
him
get
be!
down. He was dying on a freaking orange, and she had to reach down in his throat. And I remember her saying, "Don't you die on me," or something
Don't
like that,
ever
didn't she?
kitty punch me like that again.
Ooh, easy. But do you remember that? He was freaking dying in that.
I remember.
There was some stuff that happened in that house. It must have been a bad house.
We just brought it about.
Dude, I don't know. But you think about it. That
It
house
was-
literally sits on the top of the
You know
hill.
what it is?
Top of Whitney Hill Road, and I went by there. It looks like a spooky house.
It was karma. Always trying to
I don't
catch our
know.
asses.
I think there's some spooky stuff. There was something in that house.
Maybe that's what kept moving the shit around and not the
I don't know,
landlord.
bro. But if
Well,
you
we
ever
did-
see
we
that
did
house, I
have-
have a picture of it on my phone.
We did have the ghost in Watkins Glen.
Yes, we did, actually.
Why didn't
We
you
never talked
say
about
that
that.
story?
Well, I mean,
What did we call that ghost?
was it Griselda?
No.
I don't remember.
But
Mom
there was
had a
we
name for it.
definitely had a ghost in our house in Watkins Glen, because stuff would just happen and we would blame it on the ghost.
Yeah.
That was just common in our house.
Well, speaking of ghosts, when we lived in Portland, I feel like everybody saw at least one thing, but I guess it's not really like a ghost thing. I had sleep paralysis one night, and my brother had it in the same room. Didn't even know until like a couple of years ago when I told him when I had it. But that was like still the scariest thing, other than what happened out there that first night.
When
Oh
we first-
my.
Did I ever tell you about what happened the first night we moved here?
How are we supposed to talk about that?
Yeah, I can talk
I mean,
about it
it's
real
our
quick.
show, right? We
I'll
can do
show
whatever we want to do.
Wait, wait. You sit here one time and suddenly it's our show?
I'll tell it real quick.
Well, that's right. Sponsor.
So, the first day we moved in here,
Don't ever let me in the house. Don't ever let me in the house, brother.
these two were helping us move, and
And Colton.
yeah,
your
and
son.
Colton. And after they left, we still had the moving trailer back there. And then Winston was outside with us. We were alongside the little shed, and Winston looked down at my room,
Yep, down the side of the moving truck.
right at the corner, and he just gets down. All of his hairs from his tail all the way to his head
Flip
were
the hell out, man.
spiked up, and he's growling and he's backing up.
No, he was walking towards it to begin with.
Yeah, but then whatever it was, got closer, and he ran backwards into us and hid behind us.
Yeah, he let out this and actually jumped up in the air and came down between the two seats that my wife and I were
kidding.
sitting in, and like tried to become one with the laundry
Sure.
room. And then,
And then, like 5 seconds later, he just stopped. Everything stopped. And then I was like, I'm not sleeping in
he
that
didn't
room.
want to go to bed that night.
It was right beside my room. I'm like, I'm not gonna sleep there.
and I think it was just
I always say
Mom.
trust the dogs,
I
man.
think. Well, yeah, I think it was just maybe Mom or my best friend that had passed away the summer before that was just coming by to check out the house we just bought and say hey, but scared the shit out of the dog at the
Sure,
same
I understand.
and us. I mean, I'd never seen a dog
One of
react
those
like
days
that.
I'll tell my story about up there in Dade City one of these days.
Are you gonna come back?
I hope
Not
so.
if I'm invited.
his story, by the way. It's his
Yeah.
I mean,
Smith Pools.
You can quit pointing up there.
Hashtag
just point to the
sponsored.
hat.
you know, it's weird I wore this hat today.
That is weird
I never wear it.
because it doesn't
Unless
match
I'm
your
working.
outfit.
Unless I'm working.
Yeah, it does.
Well, it does. I mean, it's kind of blue. and
Mine
black.
doesn't match mine. That's why I turned it out inside.
Actually, it does. The red on your shirt matches the red on the brim.
So how we finish it
Thank
up?
you, son.
Hey, oh, yeah, one thing I want to do on camera.
Pulling Zach, huh? That's what you want to do.
Yeah. I didn't know that was such an issue.
I literally, yeah. I had my head down.
He
I'm like,
doesn't
he's
like
still
it when
staring at
people
me.
stare at him.
Well, no, it's not the staring thing. It's just my brother would do that at the table. Just
Exactly. Yes, I'm saying. Right there. When I saw that episode, and then you were staring him down.
yeah, he did that. He used to lock eyes with me at the table. I'd be like, Zach,
Oh my
stop! I'd go.
God,
I
it
get
would
so
drive
pissed.
him nuts.
Oh,
He'd
yeah.
do so much. Oh my god, one time I freaked out. He jumped onto the bed on top of me and shoved my legs to my chest, and I couldn't breathe. Like, it felt like I was being suffocated. I'm like freaking out. I'm like, yeah, off me! Like screaming, but I couldn't really scream that loud.
Dude, when I was young, these idiots rolled me up in a freaking a rug.
Carpet.
In a freaking rug. rolled me up in a
Dude,
rug
that's for
and
the
left.
next visit.
That was Watkins Glen. We're past Watkins Glen.
That's right.
That was when
that's
I was
true.
younger.
That was true New York gang style, trying to throw him out in
Dude,
the
they
trash.
rolled me up in a freaking rug and left me there and hit me and shit.
Oh yeah, we.
That's
brought
why.
back-
That's why when I had a chance to push him in the dryer, pushed him in the dryer. I had a chance to put a pole on his head, put the damn pole on his head.
Yeah, and yet I'm the guy that when the van doors opened up, you almost fell out. I grabbed
You
you.
did
and
save
saved
me.
your
He did
ass.
save me. You know what? I
was on my
think he
softie
was
at heart.
anxious to get where we were going. He didn't want us to slow down.
Weren't we going for ice cream?
I think so. Exactly.
I mean, damn! If you're gonna mess up my ice cream cone, you little shit.
Bring me my ice cream. All right.
You guys good now? Got that out of your system?
It's never out of our system.
No.
Okay.
I mean, you've sat there with it. We could just, if we could, we'd go nonstop.
You might go another. You might have to just say this is the end of season.
Well, don't
one.
make my life too hard because I got to go edit out a couple things.
And then stop, and then we'll go into this is season 2,
Episode two,
How
right?
long we been?
50 minutes.
Holy
let's
shit,
see.
man! You know what? I still
You
got a
guys,
new
the
TV
first
to
ones
go
are long.
set
The
up.
first ones are long. Then all
It
of a
is
sudden you
set
got
up.
Shorty.
I set it up.
I think
Well,
it was
we-
like a little
Don't you guys have to
performance
do
anxiety
something?
is I think what you had.
I got no performance anxiety.
Yeah, I think something was going on because you guys were long in the beginning, but then you've been getting short in new times. You went from like
Well, no,
55
we just don't
minutes
wanna
down to like
bore
28
people.
minutes.
And also,
you know,
like,
I mean, I don't want to take up an hour of somebody's day just to watch me. you
Then
know?
be freaking entertaining is all I'm saying.
so right now, if
Wait,
you look
have
at
you not been entertained by any of
The
our
last
freaking
one was
podcasts?
really good. The other ones were really good. There was one I got it was a little tedious. I don't think you're on your game.
Fucking take that sponsorship down right now, bitch. No, I mean we've said we're always open to.
Whatever your timetables
Criticism.
are, it's with me. Should we stop?
Yes, we should.
Okay.
We're good.
we can even do next Fridays if you want. If you guys want to keep talking.
No,
Well, let's stop for now. No, I'll have maybe a
you're making me
a
want to say
lemonade.
them 3 words
might
again.
have a lemonade.
Spit it out.
Spit it out.
I'm not gonna have a lemonade.
I'm gonna turn it into 4 words. Spit it out, bitch.
Whoa.
Oh, chicka tay tay. Don't be that way.
Lemonade. what?
Anyhow, like I was.
Chicka tay tay.
Listen. Both of you. I was looking at the analytics on the episodes, and it was like the longer ones we'd have 8 minutes to 9 minutes average watch time, and then we do like the 20-minute ones, and that's like the same thing. So it's like people stick around for the first 10 minutes, and then they're like, whatever. So
Oh,
We
God,
try
keeping
y'all
them short.
gotta stick longer than that. You could be missing the
Alright.
best part of the show.
Well, why don't we do this? Let's wrap it up.
Oh,
Because I got.
to go.
No, I gotta take a wee.
okay.
Hey, he's got to take a pee-pee.
And then we can decide if we want to do another episode or not.
Oh, no.
You won't know.
I've got to
Because I'm
take
going
a-
to change my shirt.
All right. That's gonna be it for.
Change your what?
My shit.
Your shit?
My shit.
Oh, your shirt.
No, they won't know. I'm going to turn my hat sideways and I'll change my shirt. That's what I do.
Okay, we gotta end this episode. It's going on for too long.
So that's my crazy brother, everybody. Just so you know, he does exist.
Yeah, still got my hair.
He's got more than me. But that just means my head's been bouncing
Yeah.
off the headboard more than
Look at
his.
that. Look at that. Look at that. Turn it towards the camera.
But look,
No, yours.
Can you
Yours.
move
Turn yours.
holy shit, they've seen it before. Remember we did a whole friggin' what controller does it look like?
Yeah, mine's
Xbox.
pretty bald too.
Oh, stop. You got your mom's hair.
Thick.
Got my locks.
Thick.
Thick.
All
He's a
right,
ginger though, no so.
basically.
Hey, don't talk about my kid like that. You know I'll fuck you up.
All right.
You've never seen him throw a haymaker.
He knocks me down.
We got some
I
stories
can't
about
throw
that.
haymakers in.
We got some stories
Dude, we
about
gotta
that.
stop. Austin's trying to wrap this. Look, he's over there pounding his head off the table now.
All right.
Are you proud of yourself?
No,
You shouldn't
maybe a little bit.
All right. We got to stop.
All right. Again, to everybody that watches our show, we appreciate you.
What do you do that thing?
Click like, subscribe, share.
You do that thing.
We're starting to get 200 views on our TikToks in a day, so kudos. Love y'all. Everybody, this is going Monday.
What's that?
Yeah.
Everybody have a great week. We'll see you Friday.
Also,
Hey, no, you do that thing where you go. You do
peace
something.
out, homies.
Peace out, homies and homettes.
That's it.
Well, first, I got to say one more thing. If
Oh,
you
I get to
Apparently
do
we're
it
not
again.
done.
If you
Apparently we're not
do
done.
live in the Pasco, Hillsboro, or Polk County
Yes,
area,
give Smith Pools
and
a
you
call.
need, if you need pool stuff,
After this, you
Hashtag
make
sponsored.
what's your website?
SmithPoolSupplies.com.
There we go. All right, you can do it again. That's gonna be it for this episode. We'll see you guys Friday.
Homies.
Hasta luego, homies and homettes. See you Friday.